last day. The last day is day 5 for pool play for preliminary action here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. As you see the teams from Chinese Taipei coming into the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. The youngest team of this year's 2024 AVC Challenge Cup for women. And of course the home team, the team that is undefeated, 3-0, trying to go for a pool play sweep. Team Philippines off the bus here in Manila, Philippines. And there is no amount of rain that will stop the crowd from watching tonight, Sunday, as we get to primetime volleyball. It is match 20 on day number 5 for your 2024 AVC Challenge Cup for women. It is all live on Pilipinas Live and of course on One Sports and One Sports Plus. So we've had 3 games today. We got 1 more to go, and it's a big one. And top meets bottom. The Philippines at 3-0. Chinese Taipei at 0-3. It's primetime volleyball. We'd like to welcome you to our coverage. My name is Boom Gonzalez with Carmela Tunay for an all-important one, even if the Philippines is already assured of its best finish and assured into the semifinals. You tell us why will it be important a little later. But first, let's talk about the teams. Let's talk about Chinese Taipei, a team that is the youngest, as I said, 18 years old in terms of their average age, Mela.
Well, the lineup of Chinese Taipei, you could see that they're bannering a different lineup, mostly from their under-18 squad. Right. And we've seen them, have their potential exposed here in the tournament. But they do have a lot to learn, especially from last year. They placed 3rd place, and this is the 2nd time they are joining the AVC. But historically, their team, Chinese Taipei, very competitive. But here in the AVC, you did mention how some of these players, or most of them, are first-timers here in the AVC Club.
That's right. They're getting a lot of experience, and tonight's going to be a big thing for them because they're also getting a lot of experience in front of the big crowd. That's a completely different story altogether than just playing volleyball in another country. They're going up against the home team that has not lost and has impressed. And also, everybody has played, partner, for Team Philippines.
That's right, and we do see a mix of players here last year, mostly from the PVL, but right now we also see collegiate players like Angel Caninos really been having such a wonderful journey here in the AVC. You also see Faith Nisperos, who had a couple of minutes yesterday, but essentially, these players having just trained for almost 2 weeks, ang ganda ng pinapakita nila, and they already set history for the Philippines after we secure that slot in the semis.
That's why the win last night was very big for Team Philippines. All right, let's talk about who to look out for here for Chinese Taipei.
So we do have Fang Min Su. She is one of the youngest, 18 years old in their lineup, 21 points off from 20 attacks and 1 ace against Iran. She did score 15 versus Australia, 10 versus India. So you see, she's one of the most efficient and consistent scorer for their teams, and mostly it's really the wingers who are doing the damage for Chinese Taipei. But their errors, you really see that their youth is showing in their previous matches. So we're gonna see how they can polish that off against a relatively young team also in the Philippines.
18-year-old girl who's going up against a veteran of Philippine wars, a veteran in beach, a veteran in indoor, a veteran even in international competition, CC Randina, who has scored 16, 9, and 12 in 3 matches for Team Philippines.
Well, in the match yesterday, we did not see the likes of Ea Laure, Tea Gagate, but CC Randina, as you did mention, she's one of the veterans. She has remained a consistent starter for Coach Jorge and Alas Pilipinas. She scored 12 points off from 12 attacks yesterday against Iran, but we also know what she's capable of defensively, and that's why she has a big role here for Alas Pilipinas. And she may be the shortest hitter in our lineup, but definitely one with the biggest hearts, and we're very excited to see how she can also challenge the Chinese Taipei players.
Partner, nobody in this venue and nobody watching obviously cares whether this is a no-bearing match for Team Philippines or not. But tell us why it's still important, and tell us what are we assured of already?
Well, we're already assured of a slot in the semis along with Australia. We're going up against Kazakhstan in that semifinals crossover. But definitely, since we are in unfamiliar territory internationally, this is the first time we're entering semifinals round. So, the momentum carried over to the next round will be very crucial for Alas.
Yeah, if you want to go for a sweep, if you have the opportunity opportunity to sweep. That always sounds good, to be undefeated in pool play. So coming up, Chinese Taipei, Philippines, primetime volleyball on your 2024 AVC Challenge Cup for women.
Good evening, volleyball fans! Live from the Rizal Memorial Coliseum, Manila, Philippines. This is the final game of the preliminary round of the AVC Challenge Cup 2024 Women's Division. This is the matchup of Pool A between the national teams of Chinese Taipei and their opponents are Las Filipinas. Introducing our two international officials in charge of match number 20. First referee Aidos Akhmetov from Kazakhstan. Our second referee is Hong Chi-yong from Hong Kong, China. And now let's meet the starters. First, for Chinese Taipei. Opposite hitter number 3, Xu Fangmin. Middle blocker number 4, Lin Chaizhen. Outside spiker number 5, Lin Liangtai. Middle blocker number 13, Pao Yin-chi. Outside spiker number 14, Chu Hengyun. Setter number 18, Jiang Tenyi. Starting libero and team captain, number 9, Chang Yun-ting. Head coach for Chinese Taipei is Chen Yuan. And now the starters of Las Filipinas. Opposite hitter number 1, Faith Nisperos. Outside spiker number 3, Fanny Candler. Outside spiker number 8, Aya Laure. Setter number 11, Gia De Guzman, team captain. Middle blocker number 17, Thea Gagate. Middle blocker number 22, Cherry Nuna. Starting libero number 5, Don Catindig. Head coach for Las Filipinas, Jorge Souza de Brito.
Going up for a preliminary sweep, our team Philippines going up against the youngest team in this 10-team tournament. A starting lineup for Chinese Taipei right on your screens. For Las Filipinas, another change-up, and Faith Nisperos rewarded to start today. Vanny Gandler again. Aya Laure is back. Gagate will be back. Cherry Nunag will start again, just like she did in the last match. And our stable foundation, which is Don Catindig, and team captain Gia De Guzman. Sunday night volleyball at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum, and we're off. Off the hard serve. first point will go to Alas Pilipinas. Speaking of serving, Team Philippines has been spectacular here in this tournament. 23 aces so far in 3 games, partner. But even beyond the aces, something like that. It wasn't an ace, but it made, it was a source of a point because it kept the opponent out of system.
It wasn't an ace for De Guzman the first time, but we know that she's capable of coming off with those because in their last game, she had 3 service aces. And right now, Philippines starting off strong, 2 points right away at the beginning of this first set.
Early conversation with our up referee Aidos Akhmetov from Kazakhstan with Don Katindig. So yes, so even if it doesn't result in aces for Vanny, for Cherry, for Fifi, who's been serving very well also, and Gia, the fact that it's always loaded keeps the opponent so on guard and awkward sometimes and out of position. That's another one. And a quick timeout by Coach Chen Juwan, Chinese Taipei.
再来连续2颗球的时候，2支攻扣网伫头前的，你得给掉。要不然说基里加时阵哇，2对1支的时候就打奥赛，那是不是只剩下1支？那我们设定的目标把它打好就好了。再来第2颗球的时候，球在往上的时候，你转就直接把它打掉，都是很正常的球，你不要去管整个场域啊，脑袋清楚我们要干嘛就好了。加油！加油！加油！做快一点，盘面不好，不用想要打台阶了，好不好？好，专家进。
As we mentioned, the Chinese Taipei team, nobody beyond 19 years old. And you have 4 players 17 years old. And the average age is 18. Philippines' average age is 24. First attack here by Chinese Taipei, and somebody scrapes the net. Thea Gagate, guilty of that one. She has played so well in this tournament too.
She even earned a free day yesterday. Did not see action along with Ea Laure, but right now back for Coach Jorge starting for the Philippines.
Yan ng tie. For the first point for Chinese Taipei, 1-3. Perfect first pass. Good reaction there by Chinese Taipei. A premature celebration by our Coliseum DJ. And the point was not over yet.
We're not sure if it's the music which distracted Thea from that second attempt. But the intention is really to bring the ball to zone 4.
Good pass by Ea. Gandler. Nice pickup here. Counter attack. The pickup and the get by Nierva. The push by Alas Pilipinas. From behind, that is long. No, there's a touch. It's a ball touch, that's right.
I think the blockers also admitting to the call, but Coach Jorge will call for a challenge. Talking about the floor defender, Ea Laure, that's the ideal way to really follow it till you're at the line and then decide whether you're letting it go.
Well, Coach De Brito was talking to Faith Nisperos, and Faith says she didn't touch anything, so we'll see. Faith Nisperos, by the way, the last 2 points of Alas Pilipinas last night to send us to the semis, technically, was part of Coach De Brito's team last year that finished 7th in Indonesia. Team Philippines won their last game against Uzbekistan. Faith Nisperos was the highest scorer. She was the go-to girl of that team, by the way. Her and ng Aiza Maizo Quintillas were the go-to players on offense for Coach De Brito. She ended that campaign with a 19-point output against Uzbekistan, which gave us the 7th place finish in the classification round. So here we go with our block touch challenge. And Faith was right. She said she didn't touch anything. So it was a long pipe attack. That's why Coach De Brito was also adamant about his challenge. So that will be 4-2.
Now serving
Las
Penny
Filipinas. Gander has also served very well.
She even started off as a serve
Service
specialist in the
yeah.
earlier games, but you see another loaded one at that.
Exactly. So they get the ball back. Team Philippines does. Good block there. And Laure has mastered that down the line.
The thing is, Don Makandili Katindig always ready to set up, and you wouldn't even notice na it did not come from a setter because the ball is really ideal set for our open hitters.
Sharp, too sharp. Catching the net. Eddie Gambler who came up with 9 points in that game. Laure, a picture of consistency in her 2 games. 17 in the first, 17 in the second. As Lin Kai-Jian gets us going for this rally. Yerva receiving. Faith on the opposite side, puts it away.
Faith Esperos, the same way she ended that game yesterday for Team Philippines. Hitting from the opposite side, high contact, towering above the blockers.
That was Lin Lian Chai who did not handle the heat from Faith Esperos, whom I'm quite sure was excited for today, knowing that she was going to play even start for Las Filipinas. That's a good attack, good reaction. Oh, but they're not going to allow it. Our referee says 4 touches for Team Philippines.
I think Gia, on her way to save that ball, got a bit of a touch right before it hit Munag. Now, Su Fangmin will serve for Chinese Taipei. She was our featured player earlier during our pregame.
Yeah, 18-year-old Su Fangmin. Good pass by Nerva, setting up Laure. Great dig there. And a counter dig too. Lunag and De Guzman miscommunicating here. Counter attack by Chinese Taipei. Sends it back for a free ball for the team in red. Oh, that's a great setup job for Su Yeng-yun.
Su Yeng-yun, you really see her twisting in mid-air just to avoid the blocker. One-on-one with Faith Esperos, and we know Jen Yerva very capable of containing strong hits, but that one just really well angled by Su Yeng-yun.
And Su was there for the down-the-line attack. Gia was there for coverage. Nerva jump set to Nisperos, who puts it away. No, it's an antenna hit for Faith Nisperos.
Great intention to go down the line, but miscalculating that wrist action. Just too much going to the right.
Faulty first ball. Laure will take care of it. Chinese Taipei with an opportunity here. Back row attack from Lin Lian Chai to take the lead 7-6.
Chinese Taipei, you see them really moving better in transition and even reading the attacks well. They allowed it, changing things up, going for the drop ball, but the defender was already there.
Su Fangmin sends it to the net, giving a free point to Las Filipinas.
If anything, complacency is one of the biggest challenges for Team Philippines.
Or any team that is undefeated in Manila.
It's really that tendency to relax a bit. And of course, for Chinese Taipei, no pressure game for them. It's really more of looking for a learning experience.
No check. It is out. And we take back the lead. Philippines does 8-7.
How Yin-Chi overcooking that running hit. But you also notice how Chinese Taipei even outscored Iran in their last match. 1 point produced higher than the attacks of Iran. Pero yung errors nila just a bit too much. 35 errors in that last match.
Great attack from Su Fangmin again from behind the line to tie the match at 8. Great competitive first set here between number 1 Team Philippines at 3-0 and 0-3 Chinese Taipei, who lost to the same teams that we beat, Australia, India, and Iran in that succession too. Famous Peros off the blockers.
Famous Peros really connecting well with Gia de Guzman, making up for that earlier error hitting the antenna.
Playing with some veteran setters in her national team stint, Janelle Cheng last year in Indonesia, and now Gia de Guzman. Faster attack there by Chinese Taipei. Underhand set, Gantler is sent back. Gia will try again to Vanny. Vanny cross court. She is dug. And a free ball coming the way of Team Alas Pilipinas. Back row from Ea. Fires a bullet and puts it away.
This is the advantage for Gia de Guzman. Just having all of her attackers prepared for any set or any position she decides to set to. Whether it's Famous Peros at the back row, Ea Laure from the pipe. And you know that even when the pass isn't exact, she would even feed the middles.
Open to Gantler. Makandili saves that one. 1-2 coming her way. Saved by Chinese Taipei. Cut shot there. Open back to Vanny. Vanny. Right in her strike zone.
You know, in that rally, I saw the leadership of Gia, because some teams, they have the tendency to assume that was a point that want to play, but Gia signaling to everyone
Play
it's
on.
still playable,
Yeah, play on.
and they continue to fight for that point.
Those are, I'm glad you mentioned that, Mela, because those are things that you don't usually get to notice, you don't see, but when you see it live, or even on TV when it gets caught, you see the constant talking of Gia de Guzman, really a coach on the floor.
And also, one of the biggest reasons as to why this new team, a lot of them working with each other for the first time, but working well at that.
Yeah, despite the very limited preparation time. That's a great attack by Chinese Taipei. Great dig by Laure. Over the blockers, Gantler went. And a save here by Lin Tiang Tai. Gantler again activated on the left pin.
Johnny Gantler came to work today. You have to credit Cherry Nunag also for really selling that A-quick to the Johnny Gantler, using the hands of the blockers while also targeting that down the line open area.
想办法去处理球，北上有掉，除非你有看到地中海的时候，中间是没有人的，才有效果，要不然你会很伤士气。来听我，前面你也拍，无你也掉，我掉中间无效，无你个小树皮得好啊，会使安尼赢啦。再一盖，加油！球接完之后再开始做动作就好了，球接完再做动作就好了，加油！踏高，踏高。
Head coach Chen Zhuyan calling this timeout because Team Philippines has established its five-point lead, the biggest lead of the match.
7-2 run. Earlier it was 6-all. And then the Philippines stepped on the gas and continued to score against Chinese Taipei.
Biggest lead of the match so far. Gantler closes the door on number 13, Pao Yin-chi.
Look at Fanny Gantler. Single block against Pao Yin-chi. Great timing, great penetration of her hands.
Surveyor sends it to the net. 14-9. Did not play yesterday. Again, remember, tournament that happens every day. Players need to rest and recover, and there's a strategic plan for those things, especially knowing that you're already going into the semifinals. Although it's not going to be easy, obviously, for both Australia and Philippines here in Pool A to go up against Kazakhstan and Vietnam on the other side.
Very competitive pool also on the other side. But very interesting next set of matches as right now we're having the last game here in the pool phase.
Yes, just a reminder for our viewers. The AVC takes a break tomorrow, Monday, as the Philippines gets checked there at the net. We all take a break Monday. We come back with the semis, knockout crossover on Tuesday, and then the finals will be on Wednesday.
Just a couple more games left, and that is why the Filipino fans really coming to support on a rainy Sunday just to watch every game here in the AVC Cup.
A bit of a combination play there. Gagate and Gandler involved there. Gagate takes this one and then gets the pass from Gia de Guzman. The way they played in the tournament, Gia and Thea and Fifi, you think they've been playing for quite a while together.
Around a decade when you look at them, the kind of connection that they have built. But I guess, you know, with Gia de Guzman's stint also abroad, she learned to adjust to different types of spikers in a given time frame.
Good serve again. The Philippines continues to serve hard, serve well in this 2024 AVC Challenge Cup, the 24th ace of the tournament.
We called it earlier, partner. She did not score an ace on her earlier attempts. But right now, continuing her consistency. Back-to-back aces for Gia de Guzman.
And the biggest lead at 8.
Gia de Guzman has really emerged into a very talented player, a leader. We've always seen how talented she was in the previous years, but right now she's just on a different level.
And by the way, just for the information of everybody, they're going to call 4 touches on that one. So that's another point for Gia. Gia did play against Chinese Taipei when she was part of the Creamline national team in 2022. A different Chinese Taipei team, a team that beat them in that last match, where Creamline Philippines finished sixth in that AVC Cup, which is different from the AVC Challenge Cup for women. Chinese Taipei was their last assignment. It was the day after they went 5 sets against Team Australia, which they won at that time. We have another player coming in at Wang Chunjia. In the meantime, it is Lin Liang Tai now, getting us going for this round. Esperos, what an angle for Faith.
The thing about Las Filipinas, since the beginning of this tournament, they have already activated Thea Gagate and the rest of our middles. They have consistently scored in double digits, and that is why they always pose a threat whenever they're in the front line, leaving our outside hitters, our other wingers, with a single block most of the time.
Good pick up there. Receiving and putting on a kill, Su Hengyun.
Su Hengyun getting a point and targeting that corner pocket. Rani Gandler unable to move, and just looked at that ball and sailed right on the line.
Gandler receiving. Gia setting up there, Gagate. Good pick up there by Jiang Chen Yi. Sent over to Team Philippines. Faith is waiting on the right side. Now with the left-handed tip, not good enough. Nerva with a dive. Faith ready to fire.
This is the kind of connection that we've been echoing. I mean, the rest of the players, they aren't stopping. They continue on with the rally and helping Faith Esperos get her 4th point of this game. She scored 2 yesterday, the last 2 points of that game against Iran, and right now doubling that output already, but this time as a starter.
Gagate gets us going for this round. Reverse set. A pick up by Gia. The setup by Gandler. From the back row. Denied by Cherry Nunag. Was Lin Lian Chai. 22-12. And Su Yunji will come in now for their setter, Jiang Chen Yi.
22-12.
Gagate. That's a tough angle. Faith Nisperos able to get it. Gandler from behind. And that will go out of bounds. Gandler firing a bazooka from behind the line. For the delight of the Philippine fans. 4 points for Danny, 4 points for Faith. More importantly, an 11-point lead by Alas Pilipinas at 23-12.
Alas Pilipinas really showing off the attack efficiency of the team. Whoever Gia goes to, they really convert with high efficiency.
Reverse. That's a nice spot. A loose block by Nunag and Laure.
Su Fang
Cross
Min.
court hit, yes, by Su Fang Min.
And really living up to the hype earlier. We did build her up as the most consistent scorer, at least in their previous matches. But she continues to do damage here for Chinese Taipei.
Laure. Massive swing to give us 11 set points.
Look at Cherry Nunag consistently
Snatching,
selling
yeah.
her middle attacks. But you also gotta commend the defense, whether it's from reception or digs. Philippines greatly improved on that aspect as well.
Another out-of-system play. This one will bounce out, and that will do it for set number 1. Alas Pilipinas easily winning this one, 25-13, without their usual starters, CC Rodina, Angel Canino. As everybody contributing here for Team Philippines. 4 points for Vanny Gandler, 4 points for Faith Nisperos. Gia de Guzman with 2 aces. 1-0 for Alas Pilipinas. Team Philippines over Chinese Taipei. Philippines already assured of its best finish in this Challenge Cup. 3-year history, a very young history for the AVC Challenge Cup 2024. The first semifinals appearance for Team Philippines, and they're off to a great start here in the final pool play, winning by a big margin, big distance. Mela tonight.
Well, for sure, during the start of the first set, it was relatively close. So Philippines was tied by Chinese Taipei at 6 points, but after that they pulled away, and their attacking really becoming the main factor in this game. Very high efficiency for all the spikers, but also with the other scoring departments, they did overtake Chinese Taipei on those aspects. 2 blocks and 2 aces for Alas Pilipinas. They also scored of less errors or gave away less errors against the 10 of Chinese Taipei. So imagine they have already struggled in the attacking department. Just 6 attacks for Chinese Taipei and giving away 10 free points to Team Philippines. And I guess they really need to catch up on that aspect because if anything, Alas Pilipinas have posted 48.4% attack efficiency against Iran, 46.1% against Australia, 48.2% against India. And right now, the way things are going, they are still consistent on that aspect.
Yeah, they've been so efficient. And again, you know, Gia de Guzman has just been a gift to them. The way she's been setting to the players, there's no question about the why they have been efficient in terms of those attack numbers. And players like Angel Canino has averaged 18.3 in 3 games. Fifi, who's not playing today probably, is averaging 8.3 with a high of 12. Aya, as we mentioned earlier, a couple of 17-point outputs. We haven't even talked about Cici Rodina because we probably won't see Cici tonight. 16 points, 9 points, and 12 points with an average of 12.3. Those are all because Gia de Guzman has kept them fed, so to speak. As Chinese Taipei, a very young team, an average age of 17.8 to be exact, is trying to get as much experience as they can. And this is a great experience for them, not only because it is a game against another team, but it's a game against a home team that's really, you know, something that you would want to experience if you're a new player in any scene. How to handle pressure from the crowd, not only pressure from your opponent.
Takes me back to those set of players or batches of national team we've sent into other tournaments with the same goal, and right now we see it paying off also because, you know, Faith Esperos, Aya Laure also part of that young Coach Jorge De Brito team in 2021.
Correct.
So you see their growth also unfolding right before our eyes.
That's out. That was a good attack by, if I'm not mistaken, Su Fang Min, yeah, but it was just a tad bit out. Gia de Guzman has also been scoring in this tournament. 5.3 in the tournament, 6, 5, and 5 in the 3 matches for Alas Pilipinas. Return to sender. Anthea Gagate has been a wall at the net for Alas.
Anthea Gagate, consistent awardee locally in the collegiate ranks, but also showing off her block prowess here in the international stage.
And Candler getting a hand on that ball too. Anthea Gagate, imagine, 3 times consecutive best middle blocker in the collegiate leagues, the UAAP. Something that her other sisters with bigger names have not been able to do in the UAP. So that's a major achievement for them, as this one was a great attack by number 14, Su Heng Yun. 3-1 for Team Philippines. Good stoppage there. And from behind, Yerba takes it in the chest. Oh, that's a setting error for Gia de Guzman.
Very rare one at that, but you know what we've mentioned, all our hitters, we did give praises to Gia de Guzman, but the liberos of Alas Pilipinas, whether you shuffle it between Yerva or Katindig, always quality minutes. But speaking of quality minutes, you see Su Fang Min continuing to score for Chinese Taipei. She scored 2 points in set number 1.
Yeah.
But
that's an ace.
We know she's also capable of becoming a scoring machine for her team.
Danny from the right pin. Good pick up there by Lin Yu-Si. Chance ball. Jump set by Nierva. And Candler puts it away. Nierva also, as we know, assisting very well as a secondary setter. Look at the gap on the block for Vanny Gandler, identifying that for her 6th point.
The difference between her and Katindig, Katindik, we did mention how she really stops the ball and sets it well when she's covering as a secondary setter. But Janyerba, she likes those jump sets.
She does, doesn't she?
For all.
Dawn would usually give you underhand
Yeah.
sets, but perfectly placed
Yeah.
still, which is very tough. As if obviously a volleyball fan, you would know that you have more control with the correct setting position. Gia, Ea, playable. What an effort there by number 14 Su Heng-yun. But Philippines will not be denied of a point. But incredible chase by Su Heng-yun.
Chinese Taipei, especially Su Heng-yun.
Look at this.
Really putting in the effort. After chasing that ball, she even went to block
Yeah.
that last hit.
5 points for Faith Nisperos so far. Another easy over chance ball here. Nunag navigating. Too low for the back row. Thea underhands it to Faith, and Faith scores her 6th point.
I mean, she had her shining moment yesterday towards that end of the match against Iran, but clearly 2 points giving her so much confidence and exploding with a very impressive game today for Alas Pilipinas. But you also gotta commend Gia de Guzman in that rally. She really knows how to organize every move that her team is doing inside the court. If she gets the ball, she would really calm everyone down and assigning who to set.
And there's something about her economy of movement for Gia. She doesn't waste a lot of her energy on other histrionics or other things. It's just so economical. This is another great start for Chinese Taipei. This is how we started actually in the first set. Very competitive. But some errors giving away free points to Alas Pilipinas.
This has been the constant challenge for Chinese Taipei. Even in their previous matches, they've been scoring 30 to 35 enforced errors and having double digits already in the first set. They really need to monitor that here in the second set so they could, stay at par with Team Alas Pilipinas. The Cherry Nunag also joining the scoring party for Alas, taking advantage of this overpass.
8-5. Team Philippines, who are 3-0 in the tournament so far. Already set to face Kazakhstan in our crossover semifinals. Gia is looking already at the formation of Chinese Taipei while they're serving. Figure out where she's going to go on this one. Another snatch by Cherry Nunag, which opens up the floodgates for Ea Laure, who has scored 4 points in this match.
Even if Cherry Nunag doesn't score those points because it's credited to the last touch, aka Ea Laure and even the other players who had single or open blocks earlier, you really know that she's an effective decoy in this game. But Ea Laure, back-to-back points, local leagues, we know she's also part of the best server list. But she's taking that talent here in the international stage. Even scoring off from the libero of Chinese Taipei.
She's not going to say no sweep today, right? Partner, she's not going to say that, right? Because they want the sweep. Gandler. Good pickup there by Chinese Taipei and a chance to set it up. The pickup by Faith, running attack by Nunag, who puts it away on a run and gun.
Gia de Guzman rewarding Cherry Nunag for all those successful decoys and giving her this beautiful running set. Cherry Nunag putting the cherry on top.
Timeout Chinese Taipei.
刚刚你有看重播吗？你被人家快攻吊完之后，为什么站在这里？他球在往上推的时候，你还是要去补那个中洞吗？那你这样子在拦的时候，我要讲一遍，中间手你如果来不及，你还是要去补那个中洞，你不能只剩下一个人拦网，你不在国内打球，你一定要试着补，习惯就好了，你不要停着就停下来就没办法了，好不好？加油！
It's been all Team Philippines so far. A. Laure did not play last night's match. Playing tonight in front of this home crowd who showed up regardless of the all-day rain here in Manila, Philippines.
The fresh legs paying off for A. Laure.
Katindig. Counter-attack! And Pao Yin-chi puts it away.
Guzman apologizing after that impressive dig from Katindig. She gave away a free ball, resulting to this explosive attack from Pao Yin-chi.
Kung Hee-jia coming in and replacing Pao Yin-chi.
Serving 11, serving Kung Yun-jia.
It is her serving, Kung Yun-jia. Jia back to Cherry. This one's wide.
Ball is out. 8 serving 11, still serving Kung
It's 11-8.
Also love to see the middles from both teams getting involved in the ball game, because we've seen the wingers really have a showdown.
17-year-old Kung Hee-jia sends it out. 12-8 for Team Philippines.
Serving for Las Filipinas.
Running attack. Good identification there of the spot by Lin Kai-jin.
Again, the middles, even from Chinese Taipei, I guess they identify that the middles of Alas are really big factors in this game when it comes to the attacking. So the setters activating their middles here in the second set. Earlier, it was mostly Su Fangmin in the first set.
Ooh, overpass. And a good put away by Lin Kai-jin.
The over-received ball.
Received by Vanny Gambler, Coach De Brito, if I'm not mistaken, calling his first timeout of the match.
Got to do the side out even with the B. Control on the first one. Okay. Right front, yeah. Effort had to help you. Okay, back that again. Let's go.
Alas! Filipinas!
Coach Jumbo there, Coach De Brito. Chants from the crowd here in Manila, Philippines for Alas Pilipinas coming off that timeout. 12-10 with the setter, the second setter coming off the bench, Su Yuji. Will do the honors. The first one who started was Zhang Shenyi. Reverse to Faith. And Faith guides that ball to zone 1.
So nice of Faith Esperos to really have a good game today. You know that her patience paid off, not playing in the first few games, getting limited minutes, but quality minutes in their third game, and right now just flourishing here against Chinese Taipei.
Very used to Coach De Brito's system and his ways, as Don Katindig could not keep that ball in play. Coverage probably dropping out, but Don Katindig You can't fault her for the effort. Gia reverses to Gantler, single block. Chance ball. Nierva was there. Gagate! What a set by Gia!
There were even some comments online saying, I think whether the attack is at the defense was at the service line, Gia could still set up the middle. But kidding aside, really great connection. You know, the connection that different players build in years, they managed to pull off in a couple of weeks. And you know, that 2 weeks, not even full trainings.
Yeah, that's barely 2 weeks. Delayed by the block of Team Philippines. That's too low though.
Gia de Guzman a bit out of balance, getting onto that pass. Unable to pull off a successful one-handed set.
Now, for those who just joined us and looking for the regular starters of Team Philippines, they probably will not play today, giving extensive court time to girls like Faith, Cherry Nunag, also Jen Nierva getting a lot of court time for sure. Canino, Sharma, and Rondina have not seen action yet. But also Palomata and Panique have not seen action today. 5 points so far after the Lin Kai-Jen ace. So this is only a 1-point lead.
She scored 7 points against Iran, but also one of the more productive middles for Chinese Taipei.
Nierva unable to handle that one. So we are all tied up at 14. The young Chinese Taipei team getting some cheap points, some free points courtesy of the service area.
Right now you see the reception pattern of Las Pilipinas adjusted already after back-to-back aces in the same zone, and they force Lin Kai-Jen to commit this service error.
Nevertheless, before that service error, 6 points, 3 attacks, a block, a couple of aces for Lin Kai-Jen, 17 years old.
All-around game for Lin Kai-Jen.
That's a twisting set. Gia digging. Faith had to adjust. Gia will open up to Laure, who puts it away. Laure generates so much power.
You know, always explosive, but I guess much more explosive when she's had a couple of rests, especially yesterday, seeing no action at all. Maybe she missed the game and now she's extra pumped up because her attacks are extra juicy against Chinese Taipei.
Laure blocking too. 7 points for Ea Laure.
It's been a shift between Faith Esmeros and Ea Laure, who were rivals since high school and now sharing the stage at the same side of the court.
Have had some great battles against each other too.
So far, that's what's missing on the side of Chinese Taipei.
It's a good one from Su Yang Yun.
You see points coming off from different players, but not streak of points compared to the amount of production that the likes of Nismero, Ea Laure, even Vanny Gandler earlier.
I correct myself, that might have been Pao Yun Shi who got the point as Huang Chunjie sends it out. 18-15, Team Philippines ahead by 3, and Coach Chen
对不对？拉出来，2个后排，2个后排，一个老2，一个老3，这样就好了，就直接冲进去打 A 哦，好不好？不要跳下开进，有球包尽量多人，知道不？一样哦，后排要做接发球的人，先把球接完之后，再做动作就好了。 让他处理球手要举高一点点，太低了。
加油！
That is head coach Chen Juan calling already his second timeout here in the second set. Team Philippines winning its first set earlier. The second time it's done that. They swept, of course, yesterday, but their first two matches against Australia and India, they obviously had to come from behind to win in 4.
They would usually start slow, and yesterday they played consistently.
Even with a new starting lineup.
That's right. Even here in this game, they started well, but right now, just having a 2-point lead over Chinese Taipei.
5 points for that girl on your screen, Su Yang Hun. Gandler. Doug Bayun. Su with the attack. Aya. Cross-court kill!
Aya Laure having 2 blockers, but it seems like she did not have any. Just look at that. High contact and a very quick wrist action, just enough to avoid the double block of Chinese Taipei.
Look at that. Gandler again, one of her rivals also too in college. With the appreciation tap. In the meantime, Katindig saw the 1-2 play. Good exchange here. And it is Chinese Taipei scoring their 17th point.
UG getting the better of Vanny Gandler on that joust. But you also have to commend the defense of Chinese Taipei.
Yeah.
Expecting that quick attack from Cherry Nunag and working well for that point.
Pao Yin-chi for this rally. Nervo with a pass. Gandler releases!
Again, there was only one blocker who came to jump for Cherry Nunag, but look at the delay.
Yep. Too late.
And it really breaks the defense pattern on the net and on the floor.
You look at Lin Kaizhen reaching with a right hand. It's really out of position already because of that girl on your screens. Snatching a lot of blockers off the rebound. Gandler will try again. Pulls! 8 points on 6 attacks for Vanny.
Full swing. High contact for Vanny Gandler. 8 points already. 6 attacks, 2 blocks. But I'm
9
sure
points.
she won't stop there.
Yeah, 9 points last night, 8 points tonight. So far. No check, no touch. Over for Su Fangbin.
I think
They're going to challenge that for a block touch, are they? Yes, it
will.
is.
You know that Su Fangmin had the right intention to use the hands of her blockers, but clearly she's having a slower game today compared to her usual point production in the previous 3 matches. And you also have to credit Alas Filipinas for their scouting.
And again, this tournament very important on its 3rd iteration already. Us joining for the 2nd year. Serves as the Asian Volleyball Confederation's qualification tournament for the 2024 FIVB Volleyball Challenger Cup, which will be held here in the Philippines in July also. And just to make sure, and Philippines being the host already obviously in. So if they do get into the finals, which is what the home team is, or home crowd is hoping for, whoever they will meet in the finals will have a seat.
That slot.
Yeah, that slot in the Challenger Cup.
And the champion of the Challenger Cup also advancing to the
Well,
VNL.
that's a big one. Volleyball Nations League. The men's tournament, we're going to have a swing here in June here in Manila, Philippines. Back to the action here. And a great swing, speaking of, by Su Fangbin.
Great strategy from the playmaker. Jang Chen-yi. She moved the set a bit shorter to Thea Gagate, so Su Fangmin would have better angle for that combination play.
Yeah, they went back to their starting setter, Zhang Chenyi. Chance ball for Chinese Taipei, down 4. Yi sends it over. Let's check who. Oh, it was the number 6 wing, Zhu Yun. Look at this swing. Great setup from the 18-year-old Zhang Chen-yi.
Zhang Chen-yi coming up with her own version of a great connection with the middle, activating Wang Zhu Yun.
Thea with the sell, and Gandler with the pull.
Fanny Gandler, 9 points already. Matching her output against Iran, but look at the way she scored this one. Really bouncing that ball. And not even the floor defender could contain that emphatic kill by Vanny Gandler.
Good sharp serve by Chia. Good block there by Thea. Reverse. Thea Gagate denies entry to Su Heng-yun.
Thea Gagate, we know that she has a very good timing, good read, all the aspects that you want from a middle blocker. She has it all. And the thing is, she's very tireless when she's in the front line.
5 set points for Las Filipinas. Chinese Taipei saves one, courtesy of Su Fangmin and the block breaker. 7 points for the opposite hitter.
24 or 27, 24 serving. Su Fangmin.
Su Fangmin still living up to the hype, being the most consistent scorer for Chinese Taipei, and their team saves 2 match points so far. A couple of errors from the side of Las Filipinas.
So down to 3 set points for Philippines. Good serving here by Su Fangmin. Gagate saved by Fangmin. Gagate will take this one. Gia back to Thea. Great effort there by Lin Yusi. Oh, but it is Su Fangmin who sends it out and long, which gives Team Philippines a 2 sets to love lead, and Gian de Guzman making sure the girls are focused still, even with this cushion against the young Chinese Taipei team. Overcooked definitely by the 18-year-old. Why not? Thea Gagate has been intimidating at the net. That's why. Great team effort here on offense for Las Filipinas.
Chinese Taipei really improving their game come second set. Imagine from 6 attacks, now they improved to 11, matching the set 1 attack output of the Philippines. But still in that department, the Alas Pilipinas got the better of them, scoring 3 more attack points, 14 to 11. And the blockings of Alas Pilipinas also one of the bigger factors of that win. Although Chinese Taipei made up for it through service aces, but they also gave one more error than what they got from Team Philippines. But clearly a better game for them, even in terms of those unforced errors, because from 10 they now minimize that to just 7. But still a very big giveaway for a team who has been struggling to really tie the scoring with Alas Pilipinas. We see also some personalities in attendance. Sir Di Ravena.
Straight from Japan. Here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. And by the way, this is the Chinese Taipei team you're watching now. It's not the same Chinese Taipei that Gia de Guzman and the rest of the Creamline Philippines faced back in 2022. Rodel Canino in the middle of that crowd. Of course, 11 years removed from his national team stint in the men's division, obviously. And now his daughter carrying over the tradition of representing the Philippines and proudly staying in the sidelines, watching with the great crowd here in the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. So anyway, the Chinese Taipei team that Creamline Philippines faced in 2022, very different. That's the one Philippines lost to. That's why they ended up 6th in that tournament. That was the AVC Cup in the Phil Sports Arena. This is a completely different tournament. Originally, this tournament was originally conceptualized to be played every 2 years, but they changed the format to play it every year so that it can be used as a qualifier for what my partner talked about, the FIVB Challenger Cup. That's the reason why starting last year, they want to make it every year already. Then the bigger picture for them, of course, is to be part of the Volleyball Nations League. So Philippines at 3-0, already in the semifinals, and will go up against Kazakhstan. Australia with an exciting win earlier today, by the way, against Team Iran, will be the other team from Pool A. By the way, a lot of drama in that match earlier today between Australia and Iran, especially towards the end games of the sets, of the 3rd and 4th sets.
Probably the longest 4th setter I've watched.
And to the delight of the crowd here at Rizal Memorial, who were here early, even watching the Vietnam match earlier today. So really, of course, they wanted to see more volleyball, so they were happy with the 4 sets between Australia and Iran. Australia winning that one in exciting fashion, setting up this Philippines-Chinese Taipei matchup. And Philippines with point number 2 as Ea Laure continues to rack it up.
Just look at the impact of Gia de Guzman. You know, she's very unpredictable in every rally, every play. The blockers of Chinese Taipei always having those delays in blocking whoever Gia sets to.
They're always kept guessing. Pick up and the get by Gia. Candler from behind. Oh, that's a good dig by Zhang Chenyi. And look at that, a block breaker from Su Fangmin.
Su Fangmin, 8 points already for their most consistent scorer, but that point could be credited to the defense of Zhang Chenyi.
That one-handed dig.
Looked very effortless.
Gia chasing, shooting it to the other side. A chance for Chinese Taipei here. A little confusion, but they get it. As Philippines now goes back to Laure, who scores her 11th point of the match.
Ea Laure, very consistent. And we're running out of words for this player, as she really combines power and her court sense, knowing how to score those points for Alas Pilipinas.
And some swag too.
she has developed new habits and antics every after a point. She doesn't even choose what kind of points they are. She really just do it every time.
Right. To the delight, of course, of the home crowd here in Manila, Philippines. They enjoy that as much as they enjoy the kills. I'm sure Chinese Taipei not enjoying that one as they are now behind by 2 with Thea Gagate serving. And a good serve again by Thea.
Well, in the second set, they were overtaken by Chinese Taipei in the serving department. But right now, scoring an early ace here in the third set, Thea Gagate.
That will be our that will be our 4th ace of the match. Gia has 2, Aya has 1, Thea has 1. Ooh, what a response there by Pao Yin Chi.
This is also the reason behind the game plan for the Philippines to really load up on their serves every game, because internationally, those quick hits are much more lethal compared to how we see them here in the Philippines. It also depends on who we're facing. But the blocking and those middle hits always very crucial to avoid, and that is why they control what they can. Of course, the attacks of the opponent, you can't always control that, but what you can control are your serves,
which we have been very good at in this tournament. We had 9 aces in game 1, 8 aces in game 2, 6 aces in game 3, and so far 4 today. And that's just the aces. We've talked about continuously how they've loaded up those serves to produce these kinds of sets from the opponent. Some missed sets, some out of systems, break balls.
You know, we haven't mentioned it a lot also, but we really have to credit the coaching staff of Alas Pilipinas. Of course, these players, they have different patterns with their respective teams, but they managed to really improve the overall defense of this batch, of this team. And that is why they're able to do a lot of counter-attacks and a lot of longer rallies. But this time, the blockings of Chinese Taipei will stop that rally. They are trailing by 3 points.
And trailing by 2 sets. Gandler receiving. Laure again scoring. 11 points now. Aya Laure, 6 points away from her average in the 2 games that she's played. 17 and 17.
Look at the adjustment of Chinese Taipei. They switched the blockers. The taller one closing down the line. The setter, the shorter blocker, Jiang Chen-Yi, blocking the cross court.
That's a good spot. But Aya Laure wants Coach De Brito to challenge this one. The linesman called it in. That was off a hit by Pao Yin Chi. So the challenge by Team Philippines on the ball in and out.
Ball out.
Gia continues to talk. At Cici Rondina on your screens, who averages 12.3 in the tournament. The girl on the left, Angel Canino, not playing today, averaging 18.3 in 3 matches. You know, I was thinking, Angel Canino, you know what she's doing in this tournament? She's making up for lost time.
I know, I was gonna tweet that last night, but
missed 5 games in the UAP. By the time she came back, she's still games 17, 22, and 16. It's an incredible tournament so far, and the luxury to rest her today. And Aya Laure was correct on the ball in and out challenge.
All-around player, but also a good candidate to be a lines judge. Really calculating that last error from Chinese Taipei.
Chinese Taipei calls time.
打9号，懂哦 ？OK。球如果接不好，修正球不要打前排，打后排，你要给谁都没有关系。好歪的时候，如果假设球真的推给你，假设推给你了，太低又怎么样？好 把球握掉就好了，不要像刚刚第一球把它打out赛，要学着处理球，懂我意思吼？要给我来加油！
加油加油！好，再进来！
That is Coach Chen Juan trying to stop the bleeding here as they have not been able to provide answers to the puzzle that Las Filipinas has played with. As Coach De Brito shuffles the cards, shuffles the deck again today for a different starting lineup, and they have proven to play very, very well still. Gambler with a cut. And it was sent over by Lin Liang Tai and Cherry Lunag today. Very busy at the net.
Cherry Lunag, I think that's her
Fourth point.
fourth point already. All from attacks, if I'm not mistaken, but she has contributed more than that beyond 4 points with all those successful decoys earlier, leaving the wingers with open hits.
Rebound. Dawn will set it to Aya. Aya fires one. The chase by Chinese Taipei. And Lin Liang Tai sends it to the other side. Gandler pulls. Vanny Gandler. Already with 10 points, surpassing her output last night.
Aya Laure and Vanny Gandler both adjusting to the in-game adjustment of Chinese Taipei with regard to their blocking pattern.
That girl on your screens, 9 attacks, 1 block, 1 ace, 11 points. Make that 12. The Philippines' 5th ace of the match. Second ace for Aya.
We haven't even highlighted the floor defense that she's displayed today, but she's gotten a lot of digs also.
29 aces in the tournament for Team Philippines. De Guzman underhands it to Aya. Back with Alas. Lunag with a push. The attempted drop doesn't work. This one is out again for Su Fangmin.
No touch on Cherry Lunag, who really worked hard to block that pipe attack but did not get any touch, and so that attack will sail outside.
Su Fangmin will move out for Wang Chujia first for a while for Coach Juan. Aya has been serving for quite a while now. The lead is 9 for Las Filipinas. And they look to pad onto it. Former setter Aya Laure to Vanny Gandler now for the 10-point lead for Las Filipinas.
When you have an Aya Laure, you have a powerful hitter, now a very much improved floor defender, a potential lines judge, and a good setter as well. A heavy server at that even.
And all-around entertainer for the crowd. It's good serve by Aya. She has been on the deck for quite a while, but that will be halted after the attack from Su Hengyun.
Gia de Guzman apologizing because on that block, she was on the right position, but her forearms blocked the left side, so leaving a big opening on the down the line.
Lin Kai-shen, 17 years old.
Lin Tai-shen.
Receiving, and it was over. That will be a call against Chinese Taipei. Gia challenging that at the net, forcing the error. Saving the overpass from Aya Laure.
That's the kind of teamwork that they have developed, no? Dahil Aya Laure committing an overpass, but Gia really covering up for that supposed mistake and even getting the point back to their team.
It's a good play. Executed there by their center, Su Yu-ji. Kind of tricking the blockers and defenders of the Philippines also.
6 serving 15, now serving Su Yu-ji.
Wang Tzu-yun really twisting in mid-air just to avoid the very talented blockers also of Alas Pilipinas who've been having a lot of good block touches.
Combination play is checked. Gagate got a hand on it. Faith has been quiet for a while. Chance here. Nierva. Gagate with a dump. Doesn't work. Gandler denied. De Guzman. Laure in the middle. Oh, overpass. Gagate will set it. Gandler will pull. Chinese Taipei scrambling. Longest rally of the match so far. And it ends with Gagate.
Longest rally of the match. Ending the way of Alas Pilipinas. Thea Gagate towering over blockers. And why not? She has the height. She has the elevation. And she knows just exactly where to put the ball. All those open areas. She's really spotted.
Clean game also by Team Philippines. Partner, 12 errors only by Philippines. Chinese Taipei with 23 in the game.
And again, that's the tendency for Chinese Taipei. Their youth is really showing, but this is a developmental stage for them as we see.
The crowd reacting to the substitution.
And speaking of development, we love to see Julia Coronel, who's been displaying such potential and being a great backup setter for team captain Gia de Guzman. Let's see how she could keep the pace for Alas Pilipinas.
Their hands it to Vanny there. Nerva with the defense, nobody taking it. Esperos backing up. Coronel unable to get to the spot. 16-8.
Still a very comfortable lead for Alas. They can still afford these errors, but again, no one wants to be complacent because Chinese Taipei has also showed great improvement in that second set.
13 errors for Team Philippines so far. And Coach De Brito looking at his bench, thinking of whether he's going to call a timeout as this lead is down to 7 after that kill from Juan Chun-je.
Ask for help if you're not coming. Ask for help or just come and touch the ball. Okay? Yeah, take more space. Okay?
I'll get your receipt.
Back first, show them, and then you back to the position, okay? It's a fake one. Stay on the back, and you turn again, okay?
Okay, let's go.
Then be back, and then you turn again.
Alas, Chubina.
69, the crowd asking for CC Rondina, and CC just waves to everybody. That's probably the most action you'll get from CC Rondina tonight. And now the chance for Angel. As a great timeout by Coach De Brito, icing the server, and the server sends it long, and that server was Su Hengyun.
We're gonna need those fresh legs as well. The same kind of benefit we're getting from A. Laura with fresh legs today. We need that towards the semis.
We're gonna face Kazakhstan.
Also, that matchup gonna be very challenged since they're known for their blockings and they are the highest ranked team here in the tournament.
33, if I'm not mistaken. You're right. Gagate and Esperos collaborating on that one.
Faith Esperos, she has greatly improved her blockings when she joined the Akari Chargers, but we haven't seen that in a while. But right now, joining forces with 3-time collegiate best blocker Thea Gagate.
Good defense by Gandler on the dig. Laure identifies zone 5. Pounds that ball into submission.
Great setup job also from Julia Coronel. And Aya looking at Coach De Brito after that point.
13 points for Aya.
你们的失误在哪里？其他叫你们打一次，发2次像是球是这样送，再送一次，你们都很会送过来。那一个修正球给他，为什么可以把他拉高？忘了，脑袋清楚一点，先不要管什么声音。我们要怎么打，把它打好就好了。你不要可以突然间又突发奇想，又打你自己的东西，就会忘了，节奏就会乱掉了，好不好？加油！
Philippines are 6 points away from sweeping pool play. Already with its best finish and wanting to be greedy, so to speak, and want to win some more, want to go undefeated here in pool play. Prepare for a tough matchup against Kazakhstan, who won against Hong Kong at 3-0 earlier today. Vietnam winning against Indonesia 3-1 in Australia, and that highly contested matchup against Iran prior to this one, 3-1. 10 serving 19. And it is Wing Tzuya with the nice service ace there.
Chinese Taipei trying to cut the lead shorter as Philippines 1 point led by 10 points. We haven't even seen a double sub in this game.
Coronel, that's a very tight set to Nisperos, who was forced to go over the line. And a fault will be called for Faith, which means that lead 37. Couple of points after that Chinese Taipei timeout. Good serve. Yerba with a good pass. Kagate with a push. Works. Even if she got a bit of lower set than she wants.
But that pass, boy, it was given straight to Julia Coronel as we see Del Palomata seeing action for the first time in this game.
That's right. Second time in the tournament. First time in the match. 5 points away.
Serving 12, serving Kagate.
Cross-court kill, dogged by Coronel. Laure. Denied entry.
1 point, Chinese Taipei.
Palomata is the tallest player of the
Yeah.
Philippines, right? Yeah, she is. Her and Kagate are just a couple of centimeters away. Coronel. Laure paints the line with a cross-court kill.
Making up her
14
blocked attack
points.
earlier, but this time, look at the way she's really grown as a hitter. Before, she would just hit the ball, power through those blockers, but right now, she knows how to target those open areas.
Ooh, what a serve by Faith. What a dig by Dawn. Gandler from behind. Same set here, but was too low for Su Hengyun to field.
So far among their games, I think this is the game where Chinese Taipei had limited their errors the most. It's still a lot, but it's really becoming their main problem, even in this game against Alas.
Fate sends it out. We're 3 points away from our 4th win and a sweep of pool play here in Manila, Philippines. For Team Alas Pilipinas.
22 at the service area, Lin Liang Tai.
And it is Lin Liang Tai getting us going. A 19-year-old sends it out. 23 serving 14. Alaure. That's going to drop out.
More contact on that serve, just a bit low or underneath the ball.
Zhang Chi coming in for Su Heng-yun.
That's one of their tallest players in their lineup.
And also one of the younger ones at 17 years old. Lin Kai-jen gets us going for this rally. Gandler explodes for the down-the-line attack and gets Team Philippines to match point. 9 match points. Gandler today with 12 points to follow up her 9 from the last match.
Also have to credit both Coronel and Palomata getting majority of the blockers onto their side.
1 match point save.
Wong Tzu-yin.
Tzu-yin, yeah.
Quality minutes off the bench in this game.
15 serving 24, serving Su Yu-ji.
Number 17, their secondary setter, Su Yun-ji. Trying to save another match point here. Stands at 8. Coronel leaves it for Gandler. Ji sends it behind. And a point there. A drop ball from Su Fangmin.
The setter of Chinese Taipei continuing to serve. It's been a constant shuffle between Su Yu-ji and Zhang Chen-yi.
Gandler targeted. Mierva will set it to Gandler. Popped up by Su Yu-ji. Chance here. Coronel goes back to Gandler. Good coverage. Counter attack. Right at the donut hole. Sent over with a rolling ball from Lin Lian-tai.
Chinese Taipei just playing smart this time. They have gotten a couple of points that targeting that donut hole, zone 6, and so they continue to target that to get hopefully stack of points and cut the lead. But Philippines just need 1 more point.
Gandler continues to receive. Louder from behind, and that is in. And Philippines will sweep the preliminaries. 25-18. And another straight sets victory for them. After a couple of 4-set victories, straight sets last night, as A. Alaure paints the line, and she has been brilliant all night long.
No Angel Ganino today, no Cici Rondina, but still
No problem.
As A. Alaure, along with the rest of Alas Pilipinas, Vanny Gandler, Faith Nesperos, even Cherry Nuna contributing quality minutes for Coach Jorge De Brito.
And Alas Pilipinas will officially go to the semifinals. 4 straight wins, and will meet Team Kazakhstan in the crossover semis, which will start on Tuesday. The very young Chinese Taipei team collecting some memories and some experiences and some valuable lessons.
We can't wait to see them, really gain the experience and see how they play in the next
Back inside the Rizal Memorial Coliseum as we finish day 5 of your 2024 AVC Challenge Cup, and the final match, of course, the home team winning this one in straight sets. Team Philippines will go 4-0, beating Australia, Iran, India and Iran, and then of course Chinese Taipei as they greet Jaja Santiago, legend here in Manila, Philippines. Right, let's go through some of the highlights and tell us, what did you see, Mela, from the start of this matchup?
Well, clearly it was a dominant set number 1 for Alas Pilipinas. All the scoring departments have really taken over those categories. But in the second set, great adjustments from Chinese Taipei. They managed to improve their attacking and even their serving, but still not enough with the amount of firepower that Alas Pilipinas have been getting from hitters like Ea Laure, even Nesperos and Gandler scoring off 8 and 12 apiece, and of course with the activation of the middles, Gagate and Nunag, it's been a completely big threat in terms of in offense for Alas Pilipinas. Meanwhile, for Chinese Taipei, Su Fangmin's efforts, 10-point output today, matching her output against India, still not enough to surpass the very strong attacking game of Alas Pilipinas today. As you can see, they are way behind, 10 points in attacking. They did keep up with the serving department, but even the blockings of the Philippines, very big factor today. And again, what we've been mentioning throughout the game, the errors of Chinese Taipei continuing to be their biggest problem. We've seen the talent and potential, but again, as they move on, as they progress, they really need to minimize their errors.
Just a shade under 18 years old, the average age of this Chinese Taipei team. They will learn, they will go back and figure out some stuff, of course. In the meantime, Team Philippines will move forward with with some major confidence going into the semifinals. No matter who will start, no matter who will play, Team Philippines has provided the entertainment to the crowd. And speaking of entertainment, one of them, a highly entertaining Ea Laure with Denise Valdesancho.
Hello, Mela and Boom. I am with our player of the game, Ea Laure from Alas Pilipinas. Ea, congratulations. First of all, you guys remain to be undefeated. My first question, what does this win mean for you and for the Philippines?
Of course, this win is dedicated to our supporters. All our hard work is all for all of them.
Yes, Ea, this stint of the national team, it has been the best finish in years. What will be the mindset that we will be bringing to the semifinals?
We're already here, so we won't stop making history for our country, of course.
Thank you so much, Ea. Again, our player of the game, Ea Laure. Congratulations to you and to the rest of Alas Pilipinas. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Denise. Congratulations, Ea Laure. Consistent all throughout the tournament. Been scoring, even missing out, obviously, the game last night, which, as you mentioned, has really provided some rest and recovery for her. And as you see, a beautiful looking sight for the home crowd as Philippines with 12 points off the 4-game sweep, losing a couple of sets to Australia and India. So that is our updated pool standing. Now, this is the important thing. On Tuesday, this is how the action will be. The classification rounds will start. India and Indonesia. India with a hot start into the tournament, fizzling out, will battle against Indonesia at 10 a.m. Hong Kong and Iran will see each other at 1 p.m. And then the semifinals begin. The number 1 team on the other pool will be Vietnam. They go up against Australia, who won earlier today against Iran. And the number 1 team in this pool, Philippines, going up against the highest seeded team in the tournament at seed 33, ranked 33. Kazakhstan will be the opponent in the semifinals. That will be explosive, and it will be here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum on Tuesday. And then the finals on Wednesday, which the home crowd, of course, is hoping the Philippines will be part of it. It has been a great day here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum in Manila, Philippines. Vietnam winning against Indonesia, Kazakhstan winning against Hong Kong. And Australia winning against Iran. Philippines over Chinese Taipei. For Denise Valdez-Ancho, Carmela Tunay, I'm Boom Gonzalez. We'll see you on Tuesday for the semifinals of the 2024 AVC Challenge Cup for women.